Before you start coaching, the first step is a discovery call. A discovery call is a chance for you and the coach to get to know each other and to find out if you're the right fit for each other. It's an introductory chat where you both get the chance to ask each other questions. In my discovery calls, we start to discuss where you are on your journey and where you'd like to be. And you can ask me anything, including any of the questions you have about how I work, who I am, how I run the sessions, and how much. People often ask me, how can I prepare so I can get the most out of a discovery call? So this video is to give you a few quick pointers. Like any relationship, the concept of fit is very important because we both need to know that we feel really good about the relationship and that there will be this possibility of building trust and rapport. It's really important that everyone feels good at the beginning. Here are my top 3 tips for preparing for the call. I found that often people get the most out of these calls if they have a list of all the most important questions, the need to know questions that they would like to get answered before committing to sessions. Often the 15 minutes flies by really quickly and we won't always have time to cover everything, so it's helpful to have your need to know questions to hand. As with any online session, I recommend that you find a really comfortable place to sit, somewhere that you can feel private and where there's also a good internet connection. It can also be helpful to have a glass of water or a hot drink to hand. Sometimes people find that when they start to talk about themselves, they feel quite emotional and often tearful. So have some tissues handy too, just in case. Crying is absolutely allowed. You'll be in a safe place with me. You may find it's also helpful to have your pen and some paper or a journal nearby, because during our chats I often make recommendations for tools or for tips and resources that you may want to jot down. All of these suggestions are only ideas. There's no, hard and fast rule for getting prepared. The most important thing is that you look after yourself and that you make sure that you're taking the very best care of yourself right now. Healing is a very delicate journey and it can be quite draining, particularly in the early stages. So be kind to yourself. If you'd like to find out a little bit more about my coaching approach, you can take a look at my video on the subject. I've put a link for you here so you can go ahead and click on it and take a look. I love sharing my tools and tips and guidance with you and supporting you on your journey to thriving relationships. So please subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button so we can travel this path together.